Hi and welcome back to Joe Talks Cars, and welcome to another video. I'm in my Porsche Cayman S today, and we're taking it on a little bit of a road trip to the Motorist Hub. The best way I would describe it is like the northern version of Caffeine and Machine, so I'm expecting this day to be absolutely brilliant and lots of cars turn up. It's the first cars and coffee event I've ever been to, and I'm really looking forward to it. What I need to do now is nip to a petrol station and pick up one of my friends so we can head straight on there. Thankfully, with the magic of YouTube, I'm able to transport us straight to the Motorist Hub because I absolutely hate time lapses. So let's get straight to it. So we have just arrived with the magic of YouTube. It'll just appear here at the Motorist Hub, and we'll just have a quick walk round and see what we can find. Lots and lots of cars still turning up. There's also some inside for sale, so we're going to be looking for a new daily driver for my friend. He's on the hunt for a new car, so I'm going to find something ridiculous and try and make him buy that. Let's just have a walk around. It's boiling hot, so I'm dying of heat stroke slightly, and he's just trying to avoid the camera, so every time I turn he turns. He doesn't want to be on it. Come on! You'll be able to hear him, but he won't come in it. I've probably managed to get his back in there. He's wearing his shorts, he's dressed up for the occasion. I've come in trousers, which was a massive mistake. But this place is incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely mint. So you can bring your car here for a service, but you can bring it and you can go to the cafe. You could even buy a new car if it fails its MOT, so it's really convenient, especially if you're like me and you like old cars that don't generally pass their MOTs. Yeah, it's absolutely maffed in now. I think it's about 26 degrees. There's lots of Porsches though, so I have got a problem. And every single Porsche I see I just want to buy. There's lots of noisy cars. But then when you pull up, they kind of separate you into what type of car you've got. So they put all the Japanese cars over there, and then they put us with all Euro cars. I'm not sure what happens with all this lot. They all just pull up, and sometimes they decide if your car's good enough, you get to spend some time outside the front. I'm not sure. We haven't worked it out yet. We got sent to the field, so obviously my Cayman isn't actually that great. But anyway, let's have a walk around and see what we can find. That 5 litre V8 that Jaguar Land Rover make is absolutely incredible though.
It just doesn't quite.
It's not as good as that.
Nah.
They just look brilliant. Quadrifoglio, whatever it's called. Quadrifoglio. Quadra something or other. A red Focus RS, rare colour. 997 with massive wheels that I don't like. Those wheels are just curbed and they just don't look right. They're too big. Miata. Yeah, and it's on air ride. I saw it come in earlier and it's on air ride. So it's got a lot of things done to this one. That is ace. You need to get one of these, I think. I could see you in that. I could see you in that. When I bought my Cayman, there was one of them for sale, and that was the same price as the Cayman. It was like 2 years old. So that to me was my heart and head decision, even though that's silly as well. That's how sensible I was. That I was looking at two two-seater cars thinking, that two-seater car is more sensible. Now this one I really like. This one I think it's the best car here, if I'm honest. Do you not think? This is literally the best one here. That's the dream. Because you can get children in the back of it. In fact, an adult came in the back of it, didn't he? So, you can't actually see in, but it's huge. Well, huge if you've got no legs. A Megane there with the days. That was the dream. Well, now, if you're wanting an estate car, what about one of those? CLA 45, estate. I could see you in that.
I can't. I don't like Mercedes.
You don't like Mercedes? No. Plus, I don't think... It probably wouldn't be a good look for you, would it? It'd look like you were trying to sell something. And being quite successful at selling it, I would say. Look at that. Harley Quinn Golf estate. I wonder if that's actually real or they've just literally bought random body panels off different cars and stuck them on. Wonder if it was originally blue. Yeah. That was originally blue, you can see on the roof.
You can see by the sills.
And the sills. But, I don't know, that's cool. Another Cayman. Cayman crew. Cayman, a base Cayman. Base. But it won't have bore scoring, so I want to buy one of these as well. Just to rag about, take the back seat out. Take it to the Nürburgring. The fastest car at the Nürburgring by a mile. Because you literally don't care if you crash. Where did that Cupra go? Ah, there it is. Ah. See, this is, I think you're going to have to test drive one of these. 280 horsepower. It's just a little bit different, isn't it? You don't really see many of them. Yeah, these are the Boxsters that I think have just aged really well now. Apart from the interior, because that was designed by Toyota, I think.
Yeah.
Interior by Toyota.
Oh no, see that.
Look at the way it looks now.
Does look cool.
It looks ridiculous now. I think these have just aged so well, they're like a proper classic now. And look at the interior of that. It's like a Ferrari, like an old school Ferrari's interior, isn't it? That sort of caramel interior. Oh, and the engine. With its oh, look at the shininess. V6. They've aged so well, haven't they? They have. A biplane. This channel's turning into like a plane channel now, not just cars. That's the is that the new M3? I think they've done that on purpose to get people talking about it.
I still would.
Yeah, I would, but it's just why we shouldn't have to have front number plates on cars. I think without the front number plate, or the front number plate just stuck like down here or something.
Yeah, you can still do that.
But in that colour, that just looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? But I'd rather have that one, especially with the decals on it and the stripe. Turbo 997 turbo, probably the only turbo I could currently afford. Well, I couldn't even afford that, so. Look at these. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's absolutely incredible. The thought that's gone into that. That just reminds me of like old American films when you see him like road tripping and carpet on the dashboard. Yeah, front bench seat. You could literally live in that. Bloody hell. Oh! Look! Ah! Look at that. Little bike. A Trans Am. Just really not into American things. Look at the size of that. What on earth? Look at the exhaust on it. It'll be one of those ones that they rev at like people as they come past.
Oh, definitely.
And it just covers them in black smoke. Cummins F350. Oh my god. Look at the size of that. Wow. God knows what engines in that is turboed. That's nice. That Evo is the one I like. The old school kind of bulbous. I just like the bulbous, I like the high ride height, just for the fact it just looks, it's kind of ugly. But I like that about it. I like the fact it's ugly. It's quite a nice colour as well, like a flat blue colour. Pop and Bang coming past us. They are really good, but the Pop and Bang is just a joke, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Oh my god, there's another 2 of them. They're also common in that colour, they're breeding.
Well, they're good. They're very good cars.
Yeah, very good.
Very quick.
If you owned one of them at this show now, though, you wouldn't know which one you were getting into because they all look exactly the same. Even 2 of them have even got wind deflectors on.
Oh, that one's debadged.
Oh, he's debadged, so he knows which one his is. Because it must get really tricky that everyone's got the same car. We'll head back over and have a look inside there, see what we've got in. And it appears that all the best cars are actually on the hard ground, so God knows what's going to be over here if that's what the car park was like. I found a new car for you, Nick, over this way. New one. It's literally ideal. This is replacing a Skoda Octavia, so that one. 4,000. You probably got that in your bank. You could probably just buy that. You just drive it away today.
Just pick it up and take it.
I mean, it's leaking a bit. I assume it's not the aircon, so it's got a bit of a leak going on. But yeah, 4.5 grand. Ideal daily. The Dukes of Hazzard have turned up. Not sure what I think about American cars, but that's kind of cool. It's quite an obvious way to do it up, but Dodge Charger, wow. I bet running that makes my car look like a Prius, because that'll be like an 8-point-something litre, won't it? And it'll do like 1 to the gallon. Mental. It stinks though, you can just smell the fuel burning out of it. A mixture of fuel and oil, pretty much like my Porsche currently. My Porsche is basically a 2-stroke. I've just found another 911. Another one. Another 911. There are 911s everywhere. It's got carbon in it, so therefore it just immediately is cool. That engine looks really easy to work on though, doesn't it?
Is that the one we got
I'm assuming this goes into service mode and you just take the whole bonnet off because you won't be able to get in it. This is more you with a Hayabusa engine. You could get one of these. You don't have kids. You just go shopping in this. What's going on? Ah, has it been adapted or?
Yeah. So obviously the steering
Oh,
in the passenger
so how does that work? You steer one-handed because there's essentially a
Then
bike
your throttle
control.
and your brakes are all on the side there.
Whoa, that must be really weird to drive. That's one way of getting the engine cover off, innit? Just take it off and leave it on the side. Got my zesty beverage now. MG Midget. This is where it all started. I had a 1977 one of these, 1.5. It was my first car, so I was 17 when I had it. So slightly different to this one. We'll just check this one in. Was it a 72? 1972, so a bit older than what I had. And what engine? It'd be 1.275 cc, same as a Cooper S. But yeah, it's basically the same car. Like the interior's all the same. A series of bikes. Don't know anything about bikes, do you?
Bits and pieces.
That one is
Looks like a Harley.
it's a Harley.
Yeah, looks like all three of them.
That one is a Harley.
Harley Davidson.
And that one is a
Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
They're all Harley Davidsons.
Yes.
That's that. Went to Italian Cars and Bikes and I walked around and I pointed at all these different cars and we got to the bikes and I was just like, I don't actually know what any of them are. And then someone wrote me a comment saying I was really disappointed not to see my bike. So if that's one of your bikes, then you'll be able to see it on YouTube. And I've covered. And I can move on. That is stunning. I want one. I want to start a Porsche collection. I just want to have them all. Do you reckon they've been moved because they've decided actually they're not good enough? It's like the Hotel de Paris in Monaco where you turn up in a car and they're like, no, it's not quite good enough. We'll shove that in the car park. GT4s. Look at it. They're deliberately like detuned to hold them back from 911s because they are just so amazing. Look at that. Pop-up headlights are literally the best thing in the world, aren't they? Those! I'm a massive fan of these at the moment. I'd really love one. I want that. I can drive. Could you imagine me driving that around?
I can imagine.
I probably wouldn't even repair the window. I just kind of like the way it looks. I just like the sort of distressed look of it. And it's green. It's in the right colour. Oh, now we can go car shopping, find you a car. Boxster, Spider, 60 grand. I like that. PDK, 302 miles. 302 miles.
Is that because of a rebuild or just?
It could be because of a rebuild, because it's the 3.4 like mine. Although I think it'll have the slightly newer DFI engine in it, so it doesn't have ball scoring. Look at the price of that though. I mean, 114,000 miles and it's 7 grand. Just shows how much they've rocketed in price. From Boxster, 2.7. Mind you, it appears that all classic cars are now getting more and more expensive. An XR3i for 10.5. I mean, it's like time warp though, isn't it? Time warp condition. Look at that. I don't know what that is. No, not a Honda. It's not a Honda Super Sport, and it's not a Ducati. I don't know anything about bikes, but I know that one. That's not a bike. God, that's not like a massive amount of money. Why don't you get one of them? Be like, guess what? I've got my new daily driver, and it's from the 1930s. I really want a classic Porsche now, though. They do say it's like a Porsche bug, though. Once you've had one Porsche, you get kind of obsessed with them, and you can't help but buy them. Both got the rear wiper as well, and someone slagged mine off on YouTube because of the rear wiper on mine. But I think it's really classy to have a rear wiper because it's functional. That's what Porsches are about, aren't they? I think they kind of suit being kind of a bit battered as well, you know, with all just a bit patina. We'll call it patina. It's not damage. It's just been loved. Look at that. How much money has been thrown at that? Oh my god. That is so shiny. Did they trailer it here, or did they actually drive that in? I don't think you probably meant to run your hand round it, but anyway. It's got a little bike in the back as well. A Honda bike in the back. It's got a motorbike in the back. How cool's that? More and more cars still turning up. Evos have turned up. Oh, another Porsche. Another Porsche coming. The Porsche obsession is real. Oh, squeaky. Little bit squeaky. 4S. Why do they get to park at the front and we got sent to a field? Was my car not good enough? Is that what they do? They decide when you get in? And they thought, nah, it's no good. He can go to the general car park. Nick, there's that car that we saw on the way here. It's the one I was going crazy about. 356. That is ridiculous. I absolutely love that. I love the way it looks. I love the fact it's got rust on it. Just epic, isn't it, that? I thought that would be coming here. When we saw that, I thought you don't see many of them out on the road, so must be coming here. So we just checked that one, and it's a not available, and it's a car, and it's red. Apparently that's a not available.
Not available.
I quite like the sound of that. That's a good name for a car. Wow, that's something else, isn't it? Its headlight has been replaced with an air filter. Look at the camber on the front wheels. It's in the camber on it. So I'm guessing that can't be used on a night. Or are they headlights?
No, your headlights are lower.
Huh. A little bit of a closer look at the Dodge Charger. This must have like an 8-point-something litre engine in it. Ridiculous. That'll be well used. Oh, it's a 7.2 litre. So, yeah, basically a runaround, isn't it? I literally know nothing about these type of cars. These sort of drift cars or whatever. It's a Skyline R32. 3. R33. 2. One of them. Obviously it will be debadged, so that won't help me, will it? No, it's debadged. It is a Skyline R30 something. All the rivets on it. That's one way of putting a body kit on, isn't it? Just rivet the thing on. That's really nice and tasteful, isn't it? Like the modifications they've done to that are just spot on. The wheels are nice. It's got the side skirts on it and little carbon lip on it. Whoever's done that up needs to be applauded for not going too far. Another Skyline. That is an R34. R34. Has it got the round? If it's got them round sort of tail lights on it, it must be. Yeah, I think I'm right about that one. God, they cost a few quid now. I just remember the blue ones of them on like Gran Turismo and stuff. That was like the best car in the game to have. Could you tune it up to like 1500 horsepower and muller everything. That's nice. So just before I wrap this video up, I'm just going to have a quick walk round and try and get some nice footage of all the cars, make sure I try and capture them all, because one thing I've found is that every time I've been to a car show in the past, my car has always been forgotten. It's been either hidden behind a person or a flag has blown in the way. Like, it's always been really unlucky, and I've never had anyone take a picture of it. We even went to the Nürburgring once and someone managed to film it but only capture the sound because the camera panned away and we didn't get to see it. So hopefully I've tried to capture every single car and make comments on them, and hopefully I've made a better job than what I have in the past of naming cars. Today has been absolutely awesome. The Motorist Hub is a brilliant place to come if you're into your cars. The cafe's great, the coffee's amazing, and it's just a really, really good atmosphere. Everyone's really friendly, and it's really good to socially distance as well. So it's just a perfect day out, really. They do these every single Sunday, but you do need to make sure that you get a ticket. They're only about £2. You do it online, and they're open 7 days a week, I think, so you can just pop in for a coffee. They do car servicing, you can even buy a new car. There's all sorts here, so overall, absolutely amazing day. So if you haven't heard of the Motorist Hub, I suggest you get to know what it is, because it's absolutely amazing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, for plenty more videos like this to come. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.